Oh! Have you ever felt like the feeling of giving up? The feeling of it not working out? So there's no more reason to keep pushing forward or to keep working on that body change, or to keep moving towards something like creating a project, or becoming a better person, becoming a better friend, becoming a better husband, becoming a better father. And you know, there's trials and tribulations in the midst of you doing the change or staying persistent in the moving forward. Well, today I'm going to talk about a mindset and a mind frame on how I've been gifted to continuously move forward even when things seem like, you know, to give up or move on something else, or per se, this is not it anymore, right? So first, starting off, I admire the fact that on my fitness journey, I'm always been persistent, man. You know, I've transformed one time, transformed 2 times, and even when the times, like right now, I'm in a season and I notice that, you know, I'm a little bit more chill than I have been, right? And I'm like, what is the deal with that, right? And so, you know, I have my internal conversation that's going on to where I'm understanding the depth of who I am and who I am becoming. And, you know, there's a moment where you gotta understand discipline, understand that, yes, I'm feeling this way, but per se, what are you doing this for, right? Why are you doing it? What's the purpose, right? What's the depth of change? What's your why, right? Oh, I'm just trying to get an in-shape body. Not strong enough, buddy. You need a more stronger why. So if I'm ever in a predicament with me and my wife, I've already trained to protect her. I've already trained to protect my children, right? I know how to defend myself. I haven't been watered down enough not to be able to defend. I haven't been not training enough not to be able to have stamina, you know? I don't want to be in a situation where now I'm out of breath and, you know, you can just see the fatigue happening and you've not been training all of this time. Now, no one's saying like train like there's no tomorrow. Yes, train like there's no tomorrow. But what we're saying is, you don't want to ever end up in a situation like that. You don't want to ever, not saying that's even a part of your story, but more of the story is, I want to be in a situation where I am ready to be ready. And understanding that as my why, now I give my why more value on, I'm going to rest today, because no, we're not going to rest today. We're not going to rest today. We're not going to rest today because we're talking about longevity. We're talking about having the youthful mindset, body, and soul, right? The body is a temple, right? Temple means holy, in alignment with the laws, right? In alignment with the laws, understanding that, don't it feel good to be in alignment? Doesn't it feel like home, or let alone a place of resonance when you're in alignment, and when you just got done working out and you just went to this stretch? After you're in a stretch, you know, you really get into the breathing exercise, right? And you're like, man, woo, like the stretch is getting deeper, right? And then after you finish, you go into a breath work and then meditation. Man, I don't know about you, but I know that there's a state where I kind of like leave Earth and then come back, but not really though. And it's the appreciation of the contrast of there is more to life. You welcome in that new perspective on life. you understand that this is true value. This is the test of time of value. To be able to experience such blissfulness, you yearn for it. You start to make it a part of your daily practice, your daily routine. And, there's levels to it. Obviously, when we're talking about developing new skills, skills like Muay Thai, Jeet Kune Do, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, acrobatics, where you start to now tap into the body a little bit more. You start to become more aware, more present. But neither here nor there. Those is one aspect, right? What about the growth mentally, physically? Right? When I say mentally, physically, the growth, like, how much time am I loving on myself? As a man, we it's kind of like a blah, 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 right? It's a blase blah. And there's more to it, a story, though. What is the demonstration of self-love? How do you demonstrate self-love? How do you focus on amplifying self-love? What is the multitude of you getting engulfed in self-love? Right? Really understanding the philosophy and the psychology of self-love. Don't ask for relationships if you're not really truly loving yourself. Don't ask for being a part of things that are bigger if you're not practicing loving yourself. Loving yourself is just not affirmations. It's just not affirmations. Loving yourself is taking the time to develop your psyche, to take the notes, to journal, to ask yourself questions, deep moving questions. Why am I here? What's my purpose? Where am I from? And I know it sounds cliche, but it becomes intimate when you really start questioning. You really get to that point where, you've been asked a few questions, or you in mathematics and something like that, and you've learned all you can learn, and now all of a sudden you get tired a little bit because you've learned to your max right now. So now it's time for you to actually, download the information and take a nap, right? And I mean, like, those type of earth-moving conversations, right? Where you actually cranking the gears within your mindset to dig deeper than reality. Why do you want to impact? Do you want to impact? Of course you want to impact. It's part of your whole journey, yo. But more to the story, how can I be an impact? How? Do I just share my thoughts to people? No. That's a part of it. But what makes a wise man is the fact that he understands the laws and the principles. And that means that there is some alone time personally with studying, embodying the laws and the principles, the divine laws and principles of God. How to move. There's divine laws and principles when we're talking about the body, right? When we're talking about fitness, health, and wellness. There's divine laws that a lot of us are not aware of. So, do we stay ignorant? Or do we ask the right questions? Do we seek for the information on steps to execute, to get better? I per se love that I'm always desiring to be better, to do better, to be more, and to not be the same version of myself that I was last year. I appreciate this reality to even giving me the opportunity to experience what that is like, to have the opportunity to choose to be better and do better. And it's a beauty, man. I'm glad I don't, per se, get to a point to where I'm like, man, I don't have the drive anymore. I'm glad I don't. Maybe there's times where I'm like, I'm tired a little bit, but overall I have this oomph in me that's like, okay, yeah, you took your little break now. We're going to get back into it. There's no more, because you know where we're going right now. If we was to continue to go down this route, you know it wouldn't be fulfilling. You know you would feel like you're missing something. You know you would feel detached. You know you would feel like, life. You know, people say life be lifing because they're not doing and thinking like how I'm thinking. I don't say life be lifing. I don't do that life be life. I grab life by the neck and I squeeze it. Yo, man. But look, you know, you just passing through these places and developing the stewardship of the things that God has gifted you, and to show the king that you can manage, dude. I can manage anything you give me, God. I can manage this vessel. I can manage wealth you give me. I can manage the love and the loved ones you give me. I can manage my family. I can manage happiness, right? If you gave me and you put me in a position where I was running a multi-million-dollar company, I can manage that without getting prideful, right? Without getting engulfed in power. Because I understand that this is not mine, this is yours. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. It's super bigger than me. I want to impact people's lives. I want to impact their families, their children. I want to change the paradigm of what we've been given as a society of people thinking that this is the lower level of life. Like, no, it's not, bro. There's so much beauty. There's so much things to do, and how we can impact as far as in evolving the stages of health, wealth, love, and happiness. It doesn't have to be poverty. You don't have to have a poverty mindset. There is prosperity all over. All over. I witness it. I've shifted my mind to it. I understand that it is a mind frame. I was just listening to Dr. Miles Monroe talk about the Israelites, and when Moses came and you know, just kind of like the discrepancy between God and the Israelites, and he was talking as though like he wanted them to eliminate the mindset of slavery. God doesn't want you to blame things on the stuff and the people and the outcomes. He doesn't want you to blame. He doesn't want you to do that. He wants you to take the power and change your reality. You know, I really hope I'm impacting somebody's life with this video and what I'm talking about, because this is powerful, man. It's super powerful, because you don't have to just live a mediocre lifestyle. You don't. You could be where you at right now and be all right where you at, but know that there's more and be working towards more. Write the stuff down, right? Say, for instance, how do you want to develop yourself physically and mentally, right? How do you want to develop your finances? How do you want to manage what you have now if you don't like where you at right now? What is the program that you want to take responsibility to have accountability for growth? Give yourself 21 days. That's just the start. Give yourself 7 days. That's just a start. Then bump it up. Don't look for change immediately. Don't look for instant gratification immediately. Look for how you stay consistent. How you keep showing up, because that's who you is. That's what you're changing, your mindset of who you are. Why you always showing up, man? You don't even got no results. Because that's who I am. I like showing up. I feel good when I show up like this. Listen, thank you for tuning in, Lock Fam Kingdom citizens. We appreciate the love that you share, and we see you having all the good you desire, and we're going to keep showing up. Stay locked in. God vibes only. One up.
Mais gostosa e joga, e joga.